Things of that nature, things of that nature, and you owe it to yourself. Oh,
What up? What up?
What up?
What's good, man? Wednesdays, live sports talk with things of that nature. Got Madness, Thing Dose, and we got, yeah,
Y'all know who it is. King Uno, Left Coast Kings in the building, man. What's
that's what it
happening?
be. That's what it be. Welcome to Sports Talk Wednesdays Live. Once again, man, before we even get started, don't forget, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, join us for
Yeah.
everything that we do. We got dropping all the segments real quick. You know what I'm saying? We always got to cross promo those segments. If you want to go ahead and say what it is, D, go ahead and give it to them.
Oh man, don't forget about what's in your playlist. What you slapping? You feel me? Let us
Mm-hmm.
know. Don't
Definitely.
forget to hit the YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
We got the whole. I mean, we got a plethora of playlists that have been
Mm-hmm.
submitted by some of us viewers, along with some of from your hosts as well. Uh, Never forget about putting something good in your belly, because
Yeah.
that's what I do. You feel me? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so be on the lookout for that, along with unfiltered convos, because we always having an unfiltered convo, no BS, just that real talk. And Stone Not Stupid, of course, because you always know, stay medicated, keep you elevated, and
Yeah.
alleviated from that bullshit.
That part. And the one that he forgot, we always got to stay, man, for deep dive on beats and boards. We got the session for y'all too that we kicked it off, which is where what's in new plays is kind of an extension from. But definitely go check out those segments so that way you can stay tapped in and stay. You owe it to yourself to stay in all the game, right? All the news, all the info, all the updates, everything that's moving. So, anyways, this is sports, my guy. We got a lot on the table, man. We got a whole lot.
Yes, sir.
It's been everything going on, man, for this past week, man. They got things going on in baseball. We got basketball, both W and the NBA. A lot of shit going dizzy. Football, boxing, some news and boxing headlines. So we're gonna tap into all of that, man. We're gonna go ahead and get started with everything, man. So let's go ahead and get it started with what happened, in baseball, man. Because I just want to give. I'm not the hugest baseball like advocate watcher until it's the postseason. But man, this All Star game, bro, and the home run derby that's been happening this past week, bro, it was exciting, bro. It really was
Yeah,
exciting. History made in the All Star game. First time it's ever tied at the end. So even the
okay.
players were kind of like asking, like, okay, so what's next? Normally you go in extra innings and shit, but it's the All Star game, so they had to have something different, in regards
Okay.
to it, bro. And what they did is they had this thing called a swing off. But first of all, the All Star game. Before we even get into that, the All Star game was great, bro. 6-0. You know what I'm saying? The National League was down 6-0. Stormed back. You know what I'm saying? They came back and tied it up like in the ninth inning, bro. Like not all of it, but it got tied. It was like 6-4 going into the ninth.
Yeah.
Got tied in the ninth, bro. Man stranded on second. It was a good ass game. Then that was like all of a sudden it was like, okay, 6-6 game, that's it, right? And the way they do their challenges is different because it was the way it ended, right? It was on a pitch, and the pitcher thought it was like, the call was a bad call. It was called a ball, but he thought it was a strike. Had a man on second, 2 outs, 2 strikes. I think it was like 2 balls at that time, something like that. Uh, and he had, you can actually challenge it, but the challenge goes into, like on tennis, how they have that instant replay where it slows it down and see where the ball actually hits at. Or they have an animated system like
Yeah.
that where it shows where the ball actually crossed the plane of the plate. And basically, it's a quick determination. Nobody has to view anything. They just show it real quick. It's like within less than a minute, you get the answer, bro. And it ended up being a strike. So they ended up getting it out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, what do we do now? So it's like, yeah, you got to pick 3 players from each side, and they all get 3 swings, right?
Okay.
You take as many pitches as you want, but it's like until you swing, that's considered one swing. You get 3 swings. So you get 3 players from each side, each division, and they all get 3 swings. And then the most, whoever wins the most out of that, that's how it goes down. So,
That's dope.
and that was even exciting, bro, because that came down to like the last 2 batters. Because, like I said, it goes one from each side, then and the other pair, and then the last pair. So it isn't like one side just to go off first and then the other one and see what the totality of it, compilative score. It's more or less like one, and then they go almost like a pair. Like, okay, you go, you go, you go, you go, you go, you go, like that, bro.
Okay.
It was exciting all the way down to the last two, man. The dude that uh that brought them back, his name is Kyle Schwarber, right, from Philly. He nobody's well up to this point. It was like 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3. He went up there and he was like, man, we'll see, man. This is new. He's like, I'm nervous as all hell, but we'll just see what I can go up there and do. This nigga hit all of them out, bro. Ding, ding, ding. And then I put them ahead 5-4. Next dude came up, couldn't do. No, that was it. And then they ended up winning, bro. Great, 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 great shit for baseball, bro. Great shit for
That's what's
baseball.
up.
Running to my son like, hey, man, you missing history, bro. Like, this is exciting. Yeah, it was good, bro.
Yeah,
It was good shit.
right
So,
there.
shout out, what I'm saying, to the MLB on that real quick. Schwarber for 3 for 3 on his performance on the swing off. Cal Raleigh from Seattle, the Mariners, he was the one. He won the home run derby. He had a
Okay.
19-18 split, which was great. I mean, bro, they was dinging these things, bro. Like, I mean, there was a tie for the longest one. It was 513 feet that during this home run derby. So, like I said, man, it was
Yeah,
great to watch, bro. It was good
dope.
shit to see, man. I was excited to be a part of watching that because I'm not a big part of it, but got me, got me watching.
Yeah, I heard that. That's what's up. Shit, that's the business right there. I missed out. I don't know what I was doing, but I missed it.
Right, right. Tapping into whatever was around me. Last night was a lot going on, man. I was flipping from that. I had it on a little Ford, the multi picture, whatever, Ford split screen, and watching,
Yeah,
the W, watching the Summer League, watching the All Star game. Like, man, it was good, bro. It was good.
yeah. Speaking of W, uh, I see that Miss Angel Reese, she continued to dominating
Mm-hmm.
with these double doubles, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. Slapping with him, bro.
hey,
Yeah. Yep.
she averaging 14 and 12 and a half a game, bro.
Right.
You
Right.
can call you can say what you want about her and her personality and how you
Uh-huh.
feel about her being outspoken and yada yada yada. That girl balling, dog. You
She is,
fucking
bro.
don't be mad. Like her, that ain't got nothing to do with the fact when she step on that court. Hey, she putting in that work.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yep.
what I mean? So,
Definitely.
salute to her, man. And I know you had
Yeah.
mentioned some things about her recent some transactions when they had to
Yeah,
bring Diesel in and had to, you
her and
know,
RG3, man. Ex quarterback from in NFL, bro. Robert Griffin III, man. I guess he had some things that he was saying and mentioning about her. I'm not going to really get into highlighting all of that, man. You guys can go check all of that kind of stuff out online. But just to
yeah,
highlight what's been the feud that's been going on. First of all, hopefully she gets a speedy recovery. I know she's not playing tonight. She's not scheduled to play tonight. She's on the injury report. So hopefully she can
okay,
get back and continue her dominance and doing what she's doing for one. But definitely, her and the RG3 is starting to roll over, and some feud that's been going back and forth online. But I guess Uncle Shaq Diesel decided to go ahead and partake in this and try to be a peacemaker in the public's eye. He's been behind the scenes a little bit talking to Angel Reese and basically getting her to not respond, or what I'm saying, like, don't engage into it, just focus on
yeah,
your
don't engage
basketball
with
and
the
what you
BS.
playing.
Yeah,
Like, this dude's already retired or whatever he is. I don't even know what his beef is, like, in retrospect, but I do
yeah,
know this. Shaq told him to shut the hell up. Next time he says something bad about Angel Reese, he gonna punch him in his face. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay. Shaq said, hey, bro, you leave my Reese alone. Next time you got something to say, I'm telling you this is your warning. But I'm gonna go ahead and put these hands on you, bro. Hands on experience. So that caught my attention. You know what I mean? Because Uncle
yeah,
Shaq, he stepped up, and we all
yeah.
know. Come on,
Shaq,
bro. He
I mean, Shaq has a vested interest
right.
in her women's basketball, like real hoopers. That the dude is out there, and one thing I've heard him say, he says, "I don't give I don't pull anyone to the side and give them advice. He said they normally come to me once they hear things
Mm-hmm.
that I've said, or they come to me. He said I don't try to be that older dude that's just in your ear trying to Mister Know It All type shit. He's like, nah.
Right.
He said if you want to know, he said you know who to come to. He said I lead by example. If you ain't watching, shit, that's not my fault, right? So I
Right.
mean, just
Right.
so
Right.
so he he's looking out for the youth, man. He's looking out for these young people,
Good.
giving them some
Good.
guidance that he didn't get.
Good.
You
Yeah.
know, when he was coming up, there's some things, he made mistakes and this, that, and the other, man. He's just trying to make it so don't nobody else got to go through it if they don't have
Right.
to. So
Right.
you got to respect that. And plus, she's a client.
Yep.
Reebok. He signed.
Reebok.
He's the president of Reebok, along with
Mm-hmm.
the vice president
AI.
AI. The
Mm-hmm.
answer, God damn it, can't not say his name when you say Reebok because
Right.
that's those two names, Shaq and Iverson, go synonymous with Reebok, right?
Synonymous. Yeah.
And if you ain't seen the documentary, we ain't plugging Netflix, but it's on Netflix. It's a good documentary about Reebok and its history and
Right.
all that and what they've done. And she got that number one selling shoe out there, bro. So,
Hey,
so
hey, and her game
her game is
is nice, man.
she's improved from last season, right?
And people are complaining about the way she pats her own stats as far as like she's a lot of the rebounds are her own misses. Um, Basketball 101, follow your shot.
Duh.
So now we
Duh.
mad at her following her shot. Who knows it's a bad shot or it's coming off at a bad angle more than the shooter? Like when you shooting, man, that's coming off, right? It's just
Yeah.
sometimes you shooting way too far out. She's taking a lot of her shots in the paint. So let's stop criticizing individuals. First of all, for playing the game the way it was designed to play. She's a big. She don't
Fundamentals.
need to be out there. Yeah, she's got her back to the basket. She's banging bodies in the paint. Um, we ain't even gonna talk about if you like her form or not because we can go way back. Jerry West is doing it underhanded, right? And all of these, so we ain't going all in the forms and who does what. It's about the outcome and she's efficient. I'm not gonna say she's efficient for stats, but when it comes to her play, you know what you're gonna get. When you look at
Yeah. Yeah.
her stat line speaking for itself. The shoe deals, everything. Shaq doesn't just sit down and endorse and back just anybody. It's got to be some work ethic, and he knows that if he would have had better work ethic, where he could have been in a whole different light of conversation.
Yeah.
So, salute to Shaq,
Yep.
man, for standing up for the youth, bridging that gap, giving back, and especially, man, to look over there to being a young, talented, female black star, entertainer. So that's another
Yeah.
thing, man. Like, why are we
Yep.
trying to tear down? Why is RG3 trying to tear her down for what she's doing? And he don't even play the sport for one. He's already retired out of this sport, and he should be over there giving big ups because when he was playing, there was no W. So why, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's already hard enough for the W to compete to get people that are
Yeah.
trying to embrace it. And here you come with somebody who has some status and notoriety in what he did and what he left the sport. Salute to that. I'm not gonna take nothing from that. But come on, bro. You think that's even like what do you feel, bro? Like that? I don't agree with that at all. I like what Shaq is doing because he stepped up. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
let's talk peer to
I
peer
don't
now.
know why people think that like they young. Her,
Right.
Caitlin Clark, them girls is young. They ain't even over 25, bro. And now they in this limelight, from college, this, that, and the other.
Mhm.
Hey, and on one end, one can talk they shit, but the other one can't talk they shit.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like we know the reasons behind that bullshit. But at the end of the
Speak on
day,
it.
it's
Speak on it.
it's because of color, bro. Like,
Yeah,
we
speak
know
on that
that.
shit.
We know the melanation gets
Hmm.
a lot of pushback for when they speak.
Right.
We know from Deion Sanders. We know from a lot of people who they get out there and show and prove. They talk, and they walk they walk. And
Right.
you don't like the way they do it because it's liberating to the rest of them that they see. Where they tell you, you always take the black star away from the hood.
Hmm.
You take them away from where they came from, because if not, they doing too well. They giving too
Yep.
much hope when they around the
Hmm.
people that they've been around, and they showing
Right.
them, look what you can do.
What you
You
can
know what I'm
do.
saying? So they take them from there. So now they look they look like there's something that can't be reached. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're make them
Hmm.
feel like they one of us, right?
Hmm.
And that's what they do. That's what I mean. That's part of entertainment, Hollywood, the whole, sports, all that shit. We get it.
Right.
They look
Right.
for this image, and they don't like when somebody can stand on
Oh,
their
look.
principle, and they don't
What?
want to hear you. They don't want you to be outspoken and confident in yourself. But yet,
Hmm.
if you're a boxer, though, you're supposed to.
Or
They you know what I
yeah.
mean? They
Yep.
thrive on that shit talk, right? Until you
Right.
get your ass mollywopped, and then you know what I mean, or whatever.
Right.
But it's like I'm not gonna. That's like me speaking on, oh, John Jones retired because he a punk. Man, I ain't never been in no octagon, bro. I
Right.
haven't been in no. I can't speak on say, oh, he was scared to fight somebody. Nah, he might have been smart not to fight that motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's
Right.
factors that go into that shit.
Well, it's a lot because what
You
people
know,
fail to
but
realize, everything is matchups. Everything is
yeah, it's
matchups,
all
bro.
a matchup, right?
Right.
So Angel Reese ain't gonna always match up well certain games
Hmm.
versus other games. We know that. That's the whole purpose of drafting and designing a team, right?
Right.
We know that certain teams gonna give Caitlin Clark some work. They're gonna make it harder for her to get what she get, right?
Hmm. Yep.
Okay, why? Okay, this because it's designed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes
Right.
you're like,
Right.
hey, let her get hers, clamp everybody else down. We know she gonna get hers. Just clamp the rest
Right.
of these mugs down. Like
Right. Slow
there's
everybody else
strategies,
down.
right?
Yeah.
So and there's gonna be some nights where shit. Sometimes they go off, sometimes they don't. But damn, they young. Quit fucking giving them a hard time. They've been in the league 2 years, bro. This is their second season. Why is you like putting all these pressure on these young ass people and expect
Right.
them to answer back and talk to you the way you want to be talked to? Nah, it doesn't always work that
And
way.
we
We're
gotta
not
realize
their
something
age. We're
too.
not.
Yeah,
You
that's
look
what
at
I'm
all
about
the
to say.
reporters.
Yep.
They're not in their 20s.
Right.
They're in their
Right.
30s, 40s, 50s. They,
Right.
and how many of them are actually in touch with what's really going on? They don't have their ear to
Right.
the street. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't keep young people around them. They don't want them
And that's what
around
I
them.
was about to say, man. One of the biggest disconnects I think that we have with the youth, and especially when we're looking at it, because dude, they're making buku money. Like they have a different mindset. I would say that the youth, in one aspect, we can't hold them accountable for things because of their being young. But also, look at how they're catapulted, bro. Like the money and the name and likeness and the NILs, bro. Like that is that changes the perspective and everything on how these young, like so many people already said it when they were young, older generation. Man, if you put that type of money in my hands, like you think they're doing shit that's wild and crazy and saying shit,
Exactly.
like come on, man. But then you gotta look at
Hey,
how many of the ones that are turning it and flipping it, bro. Like there's so many. Like
yeah,
there was a chick that's I'm sorry, not chick, but there's a female basketball player that's in the W, and a newcomer, and she came in with her own fashion design and built like through college, built this business and everything. And so when she came in and got hired, now she was wearing like the draft, all that stuff, whatever. She was wearing her own designer clothes through her own brand, bro. Like these dudes wasn't doing that back then.
nah,
So we gotta stop with the rhetoric, man. We gotta stop thinking
yeah.
everybody's staying put. Like
Like
when Allen
we got to.
Iverson came in, right? Everybody was criticizing this dude up and down, tattoos, baggy clothes, bad posture, hats, braids, you name it, everything against it, right? Isn't that the reason why they started to bring in the dress code? Where
Yep.
now you have to start coming to games with suits, and you had to be in at least a shirt and tie at minimum,
Yeah.
right?
Business attire, right?
Right, and it's like there's the youth is evolved. There's no sheltering these people, man. So what she's
Yeah.
doing ain't over the top, man. Let her be young.
Nothing she's doing.
If you don't
Nah,
like
nothing they
something,
doing.
and if you don't like what she's doing, RG3, I'm sure you could have easily stepped to her or got in contact with her people, to your people, because y'all got people, right? To go ahead and be like, hey, let me talk to you about this, right? What Shaq is doing. Shaq, I'm sure, is telling her, like when he told her, don't respond to him. She's not responding. I'm sure she's sitting back like, bro, let me go at this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like
Yo, fragile
just the type of
knees and shit. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
and
You
just
know
the
what?
type of person that she is and where she came from in her background and everything else. So she's gonna defend herself, which rightfully so.
Yeah.
But at the same token, Shaq is being the bigger person and saying, don't respond. But this
Yeah.
dude keep on. So now he got to go at. You know, Shaq got to be like, come
Yeah,
on, bro. I'm trying to
he's
keep
teaching
her
her to step over
right.
bullshit and not in it. So, and
That
that's
part.
what we try to, that's what I preach on my kids. Hey,
Hmm.
keep your shoes clean if you learn to step over it and not in it.
Right, man.
Real
Right.
talk. Sometimes you got to ignore bullshit. You just because you got to know
Yeah.
that that individuals because they know your character, right? Or how you might react. So they want to stir up that reaction so they could prove a point.
Right.
But you proving a point with someone's attitude or behavior off the court ain't got shit to do with them putting up double doubles every night.
Nope. Nope.
You
Not at
really
all,
don't.
man.
Like
And let it get
and
her.
we all criticize. I get it. We all tell ourselves, like we talk our shit from Bron and his son, and I'm a Laker fan, so I talk shit. Fuck them. Like you,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and I'd say it in their face too, as a real Laker fan. Like, nah, I don't.
Oh
You're
yeah.
not best for business, bro. I don't give a shit what you say or how great you think you are, whatever. Like my grandmama says, I don't care how good you think you look. You useless if you can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I don't care how
Right,
great
man.
you say you are, or how much
Right.
pull and influence you got. You're not good for our team, right? That's my opinion. If he get mad off of that and want to approach me, then that's on him, right?
Right.
If
Right.
it like when he got into it with Stephen A, that riled him up so much. But what happened to this Mister? I don't care what the people say. If you didn't want to hear the truth, oh, he's talking about my
Right.
son. Well, a lot of motherfuckers gonna talk about your son. You gonna run up on all of them? No.
Right.
You just
Right.
figure you could bully this little receding hairline ass motherfucker. That's all. That's the only thing you wanted to do.
That part.
Because if Shaq said that shit, you wouldn't have stepped to Shaq.
A lot of people they don't step to Barkley,
They don't step.
let
Yeah.
alone
And Charles,
like
I love Charles because Charles would get on live TV and be like, "I'm not apologizing for nothing."
right.
He
He's
was like, "He'll tell you straight up, like,
he's
yeah,
unapologetically correct, and I love it.
yeah, I
And I
respect
mean,
that. That's
bro,
why I
you
like
gotta
them.
stand on it. Like, I mean,
You
just
got to
right now,
stand on it, bro.
if
Yeah,
RG3 stands on what he says, nothing wrong with that.
nothing
But
wrong with
now you
that.
gotta take what comes with somebody else that's gonna stand on the opposite.
Yeah. Are
That's
you
all
doing
I'm
it for
saying.
clicks though? Because nowadays, is
Yeah,
it for the?
that
You know what I'm
part.
saying?
Is it trying to keep
Is
your
it
name
that bait
relevant?
that's yeah, keep shit relevant? Like, man,
Right,
stop.
right.
To keep him relevant. It can't be to keep her relevant
That
because she
part.
already you know what I mean? Come on.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
But
But
it's just something.
anyways,
Yeah, but speaking of Caitlin Clark, you brought her up. With the injuries, which always you can't
yeah.
bring up one without the other kind of deal. You can, but good for discussion. We'll go ahead and say first of all, Indiana's going to host the WNBA All Star that's coming up on this weekend. So if
Okay.
Indiana gets to host that in Gainbridge Fieldhouse, but Caitlin Clark last night pulled up with an injury on her groin again, bro. She did did this play and turned around and instantly started holding her like hamstring in her, but she's been having a growing problem, so we're gonna assume that it's the growing situation that Mary wasn't that growing. Um, but still, it got aggravated again last night, man. She's been
Yeah.
suffering her shooting woes. She's terribly shooting from the 3 point line on the road. I think last night she was like going into the game was like 1 for 10 on the road in
Yeah.
threes. Yeah, dude. So she was shooting over 37% behind the three in college. Now she's under 20. I think it's like under 29% at this point right now. But she's gonna bounce back. She just
Yeah.
got to get her body right. It's different, even though it's
Hey,
second year, it's still
this is
still a
this
lot.
is different than college, bro. This is,
Right, right.
so
The amount of
if
games, the
yeah,
road schedules, the
yeah,
bounce. Like,
all
dude,
that
they
stuff.
play games at 9 o'clock in the morning, bro. I mean, like there's games sometimes on Wednesdays or Thursdays, bro, like at 9, 12, and the other games they're late games. That's tough for
Yeah.
any NBA player not to jump real quick, but they'll say they don't really like those early games. They're used to being sleeping in, going to get the early workout, come home, take their nap, their eat schedule, now get
Mm-hmm.
back in there. See, there's a routine when you're a professional athlete, you guys. It's it's more to it than just showing up, man. It's your eating,
Yeah,
it's your
it's a
habits,
lot
it's your
to it.
schedule, it's your routines. It's when that's thrown off. So these people are going to need time for to be acclimated for the bodies that get banged. Like she's getting defenses that are targeting her, bro. Like even when she's
Yeah,
running off what's his name, a Chef Curry, right? When he's running off the ball, he's still getting hit.
yeah,
He's still getting bodied. They're
yeah.
throwing little elbows.
You gotta do something, right, to
You
slow him
gotta,
down.
yeah, it's to slow him
That was
down,
like
keep
Rip
him off.
Hamilton, right? Rip ran
Right.
so damn much, bro. You just hope everybody would touch that motherfucker
You have to.
once or twice
Right.
while
You
he running
have to,
around that
bro.
damn court. You
And
yeah,
if you know basketball,
yeah.
that's exactly
Oh
what
yeah,
a
you
coach is
gotta
going to
put
tell
hands
you.
on her to try to
Do
slow her
not
down.
let them run around without putting, especially if they're lighting you up. If they're coming through the hole, you lay them on the ground. You put them on the ground. So that's when it's a whole different strategy of basketball now. So we're into this, you know, powder puff touch, let everything fly from 30 feet out, and so you get people like Angel Reese and these big bodies that like to go in there and bang, bang, bang. It's people are complaining. So anyhow, back to Caitlin Clark. She was going to be in a 3-point contest. That's what I was looking for, bro. It was supposed to be
Yeah,
like her, Ayana Nescu, Plum, Alicia Gray, Citron. Like they were all going to be on, and that was going to be a great event, bro. Just watching the these ladies let it fly, and with good percentages. That would have been great.
yeah,
Hopefully she could recover and be back for the second half of the team. I'm not so much
yeah.
telling her to have it for the All Star game, but of course that'd be great for the fans to see her at the All Star game. But
Oh yeah, we know
you know,
that.
health comes
It's
at
all
first.
about the fans.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Kayla McBride is replacing another injured star Ryan Howard, which is a five-time All-Star. So Kayla McBride is actually replacing her. She pulled up on the injury list. So like I said, man, this grind, man. You care if you're doing, men's basketball, G League, summer league. I don't give a damn what it is, bro. You put your body through a lot. So I'm gonna
yeah.
salute all these athletes. I'm gonna salute the grind. I'm going to salute the people that got to, nurse these injuries back to health
Mhm.
because that's big. The mental aspect that comes with it. Because I don't know, bro, when you injure yourself and you go back out there, you kind of second guess if you could take that kind
Everything.
of cut, if you could take that
Yeah,
that banging of that body, or be able to fulfill all your minutes at the same, level of play that you used to. So you know what,
yeah.
man? Salute to the athletes. We get to sit back and just discuss it and critique it. So, you know, salute to them. Um,
Yep.
I did hear this though, bro. One of the things that, like, the All Star League for the NBA, these prizes are huge. Like when you go
Yeah.
to these All Star events, you get buku dollars. I'm hearing that the contests and prizes and the money that at least the money aspect for the W, you're only getting like $2,500 to participate in these events. So before we sit back and start putting and people are like only they're dribbling the basketball, they're doing this. It's 20 minutes, it's 30 minutes, it's an hour, 2 hours. I get all of that, but these people have sacrificed. One of the biggest things that we don't take into consideration is the sacrifice. That when you what did Kobe say? I didn't go to the clubs. I didn't go to parties. Other people tell you they missed birthdays, they missed family reunions because they have to go fly and get with somebody or have somebody
Births
come
of their
into town
children.
and work with them, right? And they're constantly
Everything.
just getting better, better, better.
Yeah.
And then we want to complain about it. So, or not complain
We
about it, but critique them so much.
yeah, we tripping off the holiday games, and
Mm-hmm.
these motherfuckers is away from their family. You feel
Oh,
me?
wait,
Like
right, bro.
you feel me?
Right.
Like
And we ready for it. Like they already know it's like
yeah.
they ain't
They
even
know
gonna
it's
be
not
there
even
for
going
Christmas, Thanksgivings.
yeah.
They're playing, and what do you think their minds are at?
Yeah.
So,
My child's at
uh,
home right now with my you know what I'm saying?
right. And what if they got an ailment, a kid that's sick? And
Yep.
you got kids, plenty of them. I got plenty of them. Kids that are around us that love us, even the ones that ain't
Yeah,
really
man.
ours by birthright. They want to see you. Where's D at? Where? How come you can't be here with us, Dad? How come Uncle you can't come to the right? All of these little things are asked, and I get it. Once again, people are going to look at the money aspect of it and say, well, they're compensated. Stop. We can't do that. We can't do that, right? Like,
Yep.
that's something that's not going to be able to be ever brought back. Like, the money, you can always make money. You can make
Yeah.
more money,
Time.
but you can't. You
Can't
can't
get that
go back
time
in
back,
time
bro.
and make up for that time or make a child understand. That's the bigger thing. Like, I get
Yeah.
it, and I'm sure you could talk to them all they want, but like I know, bro, a child is still gonna feel a certain way that they want to feel, and they got to be able to express it. You got to be able to deal with it. You can't make them bottle it up. You can't do none of that. So there's a lot
Yeah.
more, man, that goes in behind, all of this stuff. So salute to all of that, all
Definitely.
of that.
Definitely.
Let's go ahead and transition right into the end, to the NBA, man. Let's go ahead and do
Okay.
that. Um,
What you got going? What you
I,
don't speak on my
you
don't speak on my
I,
team. Don't
okay,
nobody
well, I
care
got
about
to,
that.
bro. First of all, I want to say salute to the Clip Lips. We done signed Bradley Beal today, so we got that out the way. That's the next little move and piece to our dominance that we're gonna have over this season. Yeah, I'm glad this is recorded live, so we can play it back when the postseason hits. Um, but not only that, I'm gonna bring up this whole damn masquerade that's been going on with leverage, bro. Our team, and the only reason why I'm bringing it up is because the Clippers have now entered into the talk of the four teams that's been supposedly, allegedly contacting Rich Paul, which is Leveren's agent, to try to acquire them. So it's Dallas, Clippers, um, yeah, a couple other teams, whatever. I don't even care who the other teams are, right? I don't even want our name affiliated with this shit. I don't want us to even be entertaining it. I don't want us to even do it as just a joke to jab at the sides of the Lakers because it's the Clippers organization. I don't even want it to be, you know what I'm saying, AI driven. Just get us out of this talk, bro. Get us our names completely out of it. We don't run them. We don't need them.
Y'all can
He ain't
take
coming
him.
over. Nah. Y'all can
Yeah,
keep
bro.
them.
Just take him off our hands,
Nah,
please.
y'all can keep them,
Make
bro.
him the towel boy or something. I'm just saying, bro.
Why don't y'all make them y'all towel boy?
We know, no, he don't do
Yeah,
that
make
well
it.
either.
You already got
No,
Bronny there, so you got two towel boys.
Ronnie sweeps the floor,
Hey, Bronny
and
had a good
he
showing though in
cut
the
the
summer
trash.
league. At this last game, he had a 17-5-5. So, but
Good for him.
but yeah, but
Yeah,
when it
keep working.
comes down to uh, this
Yeah.
man, please guys, if you're listening, anybody, I know Ty Lue, we don't want the headache. I know Kawhi don't
Bro,
want the headache.
y'all would that him coming over there would piss off so many people, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not
Oh,
talking
the other
fans.
two
I'm talking
teams,
about
my bad.
motherfuckers on the team.
Other two teams is the Cavs and the Warriors. Those are the other.
He can go,
That's the four. That's the four.
man. Look here, Santa Clara Warriors. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourselves. Don't, don't.
Um, I don't care. Go there. Yes, go. Like, but I know this though. Just to bring you fully up to speed. The Mavs are pursuing hard for him. Kyrie, AD, they've been lobbying to get him down there. Kyrie speaking out has have gone up and spoke out and saying that, hey, yeah, basically we would like to go ahead and try to make this move. Not in those words, but you can just tell by the way he's moving that it's not, the beef ain't there no more between them. AD don't got no beef with him because after all of this shit, you could see that clearly they didn't confront LeBron in the move of AD because they ain't even talking to this nigga about nothing, extensions, nothing. That's why he's sour grapes because
Mhm.
this is the first time in his whole career where he doesn't dictate on
Yeah.
how things move, who they get. He's in limbo and he don't like it. He don't like it.
Yeah.
So,
Good. He
um,
don't. He ain't supposed to have that much power. You were a player.
he's
I'm
had this
sorry.
much
Like
power
that's
since
too much power
13
for a
years
player,
old,
right?
but he's
If
had it
that's
since
the case, he
13,
should be on the board, right? He should be.
right?
I'm
Hey,
just
look,
saying,
I
like,
look at it like this: the GOAT, which is Michael Jordan, can even keep together his team after a sixth championship, after the second three-peat. Because once again, for those that don't know, if you don't know, like it wasn't due to contracts and players wanting to leave. Like they asked if they can get another run at it. But the owners, the Jerrys, right? Reinsdorf and Krause, they were the ones that went ahead. They knew going into the season this was the last season. You think LeBron, look at how much he's pouting knowing that this could be, or at least this is his last season with the Lakers, right? He don't even like that. So imagine if they did, like, come on, man. You can't even compare the two, and they didn't give Jordan no say to keep a team, to keep the coach, because they didn't like, you know, this Scottie Pippen punched this owner in the face, and Phil Jackson told them, like, oh, who cares, bro? They just won six championships
yeah, I'm
and won a
not.
stadium and won
First
a
thing, as
stadium.
an owner, and you just won me six, I'm gonna call a meeting with all the players. What y'all need?
Mm-hmm. This is
Let's
flexing of
cut the
that power,
bullshit.
bro.
What do y'all need to put more banners up there so I could go to all these little things and talk shit to everybody
Right.
about how I own the greatest team ever, whatever. What you know what I mean? That's what I'm a as an owner.
Right.
I'm gonna sit them
You
all
would
down.
think
Hey,
so.
look, I don't care
You
if
would
you get
think
along or
so.
like each other outside of work, but
Man, that
when we
don't
come to
matter.
work,
Look,
we come to dominate. Damn it, that's it.
all we need is 2 hours, 3 hours of y'all time to be cool. Y'all, not even that. We break it up. It's an hour and a half because y'all can go scrap in the locker rooms back at halftime.
Yeah,
As long as you can keep coming out and performing, the moment it stops the performance or the level and the quality of the performance, now I gotta step in and go ahead and do what I gotta do and shake up the spot. But this is what I mean by, let's fast forward to where all this stuff is going on with Lebron. Like that's crazy, bro. That's crazy
yeah.
that it's so much that you got these teams that are shaking up right now, and literally nobody knows like what's gonna happen with their own team if any of these four teams acquire this dude. Now I'll be honest. Let me ask you first before I even give you my take. Do you think he's gonna be a Laker for this whole season?
I don't know, but I hope not.
Okay. Let me ask you another question. Do you think he's going to be a Laker for half of this season?
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe,
And
maybe.
final
I
question.
think he's gonna pout if he don't get his
Okay.
way, bro.
I was about to say final question. Do you think he's going to exert himself the way he should be exerting himself as a player of the Lakers organization
No, he
this
is not.
last final year? He's
No,
going to, yeah, exactly,
we're
right?
not gonna get full effort or anything until he gets what he wants, right? So just let
Once.
him go.
Right.
Let him
Right.
go.
So, with that being said, man, like, I don't want that over in the Clippers organization. We
Yeah.
right now I think we have one of the best lineups in the NBA right now,
He
bro.
would throw that he would throw the chemistry off
Hmm.
anywhere. I mean, besides maybe Dallas. Because
But see,
he's
once
got two
again,
people that he okay with, right?
well, that's what I'm about. They've been making all the moves. If you look at it, bro, over the past year or even more, a lot of moves have been made for this to happen because all of the LeBron's not going to go anywhere where he is not in tune with the coaching staff that understands what he wants and how he operates. Because now this is a big slap to him. The only other time that he's got some resistance was from Pat Riley. So we already know he's not going back over to Miami. Pat Riley didn't have it. So it's going to either have to be Cleveland. Cleveland already came out and said that they really don't want him. Right? They don't want him. They know. Ask Cleveland how it was the two times he left. He
Yeah.
left that shit in shambles. Right?
Nope.
So that really clearly comes down to Dallas, where you got Jason Kidd, who wanted to be at the Lakers. Remember the league, the Lakers. Somebody orchestrated and stopped that from happening. Remember when Jason Kidd was supposed to go ahead and coach the Lakers at a previous junction, right? And it's something I think the league came in, stepped in, whatever. Something happened. I don't care. It happened. Um, so we already know that that's a warning. You're already
Yeah.
hearing from Kyrie. We already know that what you call it, the dude, who's the Lakers GM or the person, what's that dude's name? The dude, the slick hair back, the
Cup
dude who
check.
used to be an agent. Hmm?
Is it cup check? No, Rob Palinka.
Palinka,
Palinka.
yeah, Palinka.
Palinka. Yeah.
That used to be that. We know he got favors out here from when he was an agent. Now Palinka and Nico down over at Dallas, they're running mates. They're really cool. They're cool. When I say they're cool, they cool, right? That's his homie. That's his boy. That's his man. That's his dude. Whatever. So all of the places or all of the things are in place, man, to make this happen. So I believe it's going to be Dallas. Um, I don't know if I don't know the packages they had to give up, but I hear the ridiculous package that the Clippers would have had to put up, which is one is we have to give up Zubac to go ahead and get him. That makes no sense because you're complaining that you don't have a center over in LA or as a Lakers. So you try to come over to the Clippers and we got to give up our center. We're right back in the
That
same
don't make no
situation,
sense.
right?
That's
So
not a
like
that's not
that's
a
not
strategic move at all.
right. So I'm just saying, I think, you know what I'm saying, out of all of the choices and what's being talked about, go over to Dallas, do them the favor, take the headache. In Dallas, you get whatever comes with it. All y'all fans that are cheering for this and want this, y'all are going to get exactly what you want. Because everybody always cheers and wants this dude to come through. Yes, he'll bring it, he'll pack your arena with seats. You're gonna get you're gonna get the games on television. You're gonna
Yep.
get all of the news clippings on ESPN, Fox Sport One, and all of the podcasts that are gonna talk about it.
He
You're
will
gonna
make
get
you
all of that.
relevant,
Yeah, but what he's
but he
not gonna
ain't
do,
gonna make you shit. He ain't gonna do shit.
if you guys do win anything, it's not gonna be due to his partaking.
He
So
been with
it's
us
gonna
since
be,
what, 2018?
well, I don't know.
Some
Sounds about
shit.
right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Pushing on
What he
this
won a
let
championship after he's been there, what, 2 or 3 years? He won a championship. That little
yeah,
bubble ring. Yeah.
yeah. But you didn't do but you broke up that team. That was the
But
best
y'all,
chance you had to try to get another one on some on without them putting the asterisk on it, right?
right,
Just
right,
saying.
that part,
And you
that
broke up
part.
that team. Like everywhere you go, bro, you break up teams for no reason.
None,
Well, for your
none.
reason, because you want more bread or whatever it is you trying to do, but it's like that's
Stacking,
that's not a
stacking.
champion's mentality, bro. You got players that would be like, "Hey, I'll take the pay cut to get." You know what I'm saying? Let me get this one and
Right,
that one. We'll take the pay cut over here because we trying to put them things in the banner and put them rings on, right?
right.
That's what it's all about. Not me padding my stats. Oh, I
And see,
scored the
that's
most
another
points
thing.
ever. Yeah, with the least championships. Who
Right.
cares? I don't
But
care.
also, if you was really worried about the chip, you would have took less money. I'm not mad at you
Exactly.
for taking the money. I'm just
No,
saying,
nah.
if
Just
you
saying.
if you were really trying to say like, look, man, I really want to be here. I really want to do this. We have a chance. I'll take 30. I'll take 35. Use the other. Now that doesn't leave you a lot. That doesn't leave you a whole lot to work with, but it gives you more than what you got now. It doesn't clamp you down. You got something
Yeah.
you could probably go ahead
And
and
you know
use
you
that to get
making
it quick.
bread on endorsements and everything
Right.
else. So
Well,
are you that
let me
greedy?
let me put a little light to this. As you already know, I'm anti-leveraging, but I will give him this much. He's doing this because he wants to purchase a team. He's trying to get all the bread. Now, teams go for right now on average about 4 to 5 billion. Then it went up after all of these teams have been sold. The
Hmm.
average on a team went up. He wants to buy. He's going to need about 1 to 2 of that in capital and cash ready to go. So I don't care how much money that we say he's making. We don't know what his expenditures are. He's buying
Yeah.
properties constantly. He's trying to build this. He's trying to invest in that. He's doing a lot of shit too. So we don't know what his expenditures are versus what he's bringing in. I'm sure it's still way over, you know what I'm saying, to live great, but not to the point where you just got it like that to go drop 2 billion and not miss it out of your
Yeah.
bank account. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, to buy a team.
Yeah.
So
For
I'll,
sure.
I'll say
I
that,
get
you
it.
know, give him a little bit of the pushback for anybody. That does take a lot. I know that's where he
Oh
wants to
yeah.
go with it. So if he's doing it for those purposes, salute to him. And like I said, businessman minds and all of what he's doing as a person. I'm not talking. This is not what we're here to talk about.
Yeah,
Strictly
I just don't like him
sports,
as
and
I
that's
don't
it.
like him on the Los Angeles Lakers. He can go
Right?
anywhere else.
Strictly
Just don't get
sports.
off my
Yep.
team.
Yeah. It's strictly
So
sports, and I don't want him on the Clippers. I don't care what the fuck he brings. I don't want none of that shit. And I'm telling you this:
yeah,
wherever
he'll look
team
great.
he goes, they're gonna take. You guys gotta accept two things. Two things for sure, four things for certain, right? And those two things that are for sure is you're gonna deal with the bullshit and the rhetoric, and he's gonna have a say. The four things that are for sure is gonna be you gotta deal with Ronnie coming and Bryce. He's staying into the league so he can get that other sorry sap of Bryce into the league as well. I'm saying this, I know this, not through any like, oh, I got insight, but that's that's how he's gonna say his greatness. And I think for the Lakers to have bowed down and did that for him, that they messed up really right there, bro. They allowed to
Yeah,
go. They went and got
that's
their
when you were
big
supposed to
son,
actually
bro,
laugh when he presented
on
that
a
shit.
on
Like,
a
motherfucker,
guarantee.
what?
What a guarantee? What is it? It was a guarantee, right? No, it was a regular. It wasn't a two way. That's what it was. It wasn't a two way. Everybody else was getting two ways. That is doing what he's doing is getting two ways. But and the people that was doing more than him, they didn't even get anything, bro. So
Exactly.
that's where I'm
Yeah,
looking
that's
at
where
when
my
I'm talking
issue
about
is. Yeah,
it. Hmm.
that shit ain't cool, man, at all.
So whoever Dallas, y'all better make room for Bryce, Bronny,
Everybody, take them
everybody,
all.
man.
Take them. It's
Yeah,
okay. I don't even
the
go to Texas
Sparks,
that often. I'm
the
good.
Sparks better make room for the daughter, like or wherever they go. If they got a W team in that league, they better make room for the daughter.
No,
Like
we don't. No LA teams want you. Not the Sparks. Not the Lakers.
not the
Not the
Clippers,
Clippers. Yeah, nobody
not
wants
the what's I forget our G League right off the bat. We don't want you. We don't want you on the summer. We don't want you on practice squad. Matter of fact,
you. No,
we don't, newsflash. I don't
no,
think we even want you in the city, bro. Get out the state.
nah.
Get out the state.
Yeah,
I don't even want you
yeah.
going up to Golden to the
Yeah, just
Warriors
leave. Just
just
go
because
go
it's
to
still
go to
California.
Texas, bro. Yeah, just
Mhm.
get out of Cali, bro. We good.
Yes.
We got
Well,
enough shit going on.
that part. Let's
We
go
got
ahead and
enough
move
shit.
forward, man. From this guy, he done occupied a lot of our time, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump into the summer league real quick before we transition out of basketball, you guys. Um, man, great summer league that's been going on, bro. I think the dunk of the year we've seen coming from, what I'm saying, one of the players. His name is Johnny Furphy. Furphy, viral dunk, bro. This dude's sick, bro. He came down the lane, 1-on-1, bro. The dude jumped up. He jumped up. And he cocked it all the way back, bro. All the way back. Banked it on him, bro. Oh man, I'm talking about it was sick, bro. Shout out to him. Good basketball player all around, but like he been doing a whole lot, man. Definitely, he's uh, been making more headway since he's done that dunk, right? Since everything on that has taken place.
Yeah.
But shout out to him, man. Not only that, though, he still ended up with that game um, with 15, 6, 2, and 2. 2 and 2, actually. So this, look, not only was he dunking on people, he ended up with 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Salute to that man,
Hey,
bro.
that's nice.
Salute to
That's
that
nice.
dude, man.
That's
That's
nice.
a little
That's what
stat
every
line.
category. Damn near.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he getting busy. So you can't even. What can you say? Oh, that was just a lucky dunk.
Mm,
Yeah, there's a lot
mm,
more to that. So,
yep.
um,
A lot more.
so shout out to him on that, man. And the whole summer league, bro. There's a lot of these cats that came out of college, bro. They're shining. I will say that, man. Give them, their big ups to that. I know families can say that they're proud of their children. They're making the league. It's going to be looking in good hands. I think this is a talented draft class. It might not be having the biggest names, but you're going to have a lot of big hearts that come out of this draft class. I know,
That's what's up.
even the people that we drafted, I'm very excited about where and who we picked up in the draft. So yeah, bro, I think this was great for a lot of teams. I don't think there's too many players, as you could say, that was kind of like overly hyped. You know what I mean? Even the ones that had little issues like Ace Bailey, we talked about this. The dude that didn't want to go ahead and work out for any teams. Basically, he didn't work out for any of the teams that were interested in him. He was projected to go third and drop down to fifth. I think only due to that whole point, but still, he came in and guess what he been doing? Punching dudes in the face with the ball, man. He balling, bro. So like you don't always have to go come into the league and bow down to what they want, man. If you have confidence in what you're doing, I'm not telling you right, wrong, or indifferent. That's going to be up to
Yeah.
the team, your supporting cast, and the people that you got around you. But if you all agree into that, then hey, salute. You know what you got to do, right? You need to go out there and ball out. And guess what? He be doing exactly that. I'm not saying he's at the top of everybody and all the college players doing it, but he ain't at the bottom either, where you might have thought because somebody doesn't want to do this and do that, go out to the combines and whatever the hell it may be.
Yeah.
So salute to him to keep his head focused in the game and supporting cast to give him the confidence to keep stepping out and doing what he needs to do. Just wanted to go ahead and add that real quick, but I just wanted to do this, man. We normally don't do this, bro, on when it comes down to any of the stuff that we talk about on here. I just got to show you the dunk, bro. I just got to show you the dunk. Everybody, I'm sure everybody in the world has seen it, but I know you've been busy and shit that you had going on. But we're just gonna go ahead and do this real quick so you can just see what I'm talking about. This is like really, really sick, bro.
Is from alumni donations.
Well, I'm not sniffing that Hall of Fame anytime soon. But speaking of Syracuse alumni, Jim, I need Buddy to be healthy.
Oh my goodness!
How do you
My
listen?
goodness! That was
Okay, I did see this.
There may be all time.
I did see this. Yeah, I seen this. Yeah, this was
Sports
nasty.
tonight with that
I
one.
mean,
That
if
was
you
got
watch
to
him,
be
bro, there's no,
extra.
it's just you and him, bro. Look.
Way down under.
Wow.
Incredible
No,
how
in
he
the
brought
back.
that ball back.
Ah,
Look at this. Look at him bring that back.
just before we get hit with music, copyrights, and everything else
All
that
that
come with it.
bullshit.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
just
that
had
was
to
a
do that
nasty
real
dunk.
quick, man. That's sick, bro. For a dude come in and it's just you and him, and he just takes the lane and just wipes his ass with your shit, bro. On the whole back of the jersey,
Yep. Yep. That
Step,
was off the chain.
lack of defense, lack of
You
defense.
know?
Got to jump on purpose, man.
Hey, for real? They be ready to draw that technical motherfucker. You were getting
Yeah,
shitted
bro.
on, right?
Grab him or something, tackle him.
Something.
You get the
Yeah.
flagrant. I don't know, bro, but you can't just have me going out like
Not
that.
like that,
That
bro.
yeah,
Not like that. If that had been
yeah,
some,
man.
you'd have been against a Detroit Piston from the '80s. You'd have caught a clothesline or an elbow, bro. You'd
Man,
have.
a whole lot. I think that would have caused a little scuffle.
Oh yeah, it'd have been a
That,
fight after
that would have
that.
caused
Shit.
right. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
real quick, since we in basketball, before we get away from it, man, Big Three basketball. I was watching some of that, man, this weekend as well. This past weekend, bro. And there's some things I wanted to bring up, bro, that I really saw that I love, and I think that the NBA should adopt. And if not, what I'm saying, shout out to Cuban, whoever came up with these ideas, man. But first of all, um, did you know that they're lowering the age to enter into the big three now? It's going
Nah.
to be lowered down to 22.
Mm.
So now you're really going to get, see what I'm saying? Competition's
Yeah.
rising now. And now they're lowering even the age limit. But
Okay.
um, also, the bring the fire, boy. The bring the fire. I love it, bro. The coach's challenge.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
that
The
is the
coaching
best
challenge is
thing,
dope.
bro. Where it's like, okay, you get a challenge to call, and the two players get to go one on one for a certain amount of seconds. And if they can score on you, then they get the ball. Or if you defend them and they don't get the score, then y'all get the ball. So you do
Yeah.
it that way. It ain't on no
I love that
review. It
shit.
ain't on no camera. It's just like, hey, okay. I'm like, bro, I love the way that, like I said, the MLB they incorporated it where it's like they got the AI where it shows like tennis, so they incorporate that. It's real quick, it's fast. It's quick and fast, and then now you're really gonna think about your challenges. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just one of those other things. I do get it, you know, because sometimes you go back, it's like they missed it, they got this, it was great. That's the reason why the challenge. That I'm not saying do away with that, but this was innovative, bro. This whole idea, and if y'all don't watch it, y'all ain't seen it, man,
You
go
gotta
out there and
tap into the
support
big three.
Q's Big Three, man.
It's
That's
exciting. You get it.
hell
It's
yeah,
exciting, bro, because they balling. They balling.
hell
Ain't nobody slacking on defense. Can't nobody slack on defense. You gotta.
yeah.
If you
Right,
say you can if you say you a shooter and a defender, this is the league where you gotta truly prove it
right,
because
right.
it's 3-on-3.
Yeah,
Ain't no double teaming and no
nah.
you can't
What did
risk
they
any of that shit, right?
Most
You
coaches will tell you, man, the best way to train your players is to play 3-on-3
3-on-3.
because you
Yeah.
have to play defense. You have to
Mm-hmm.
play. You have to move. There's no sitting around in the corner. There's no, hey, let me go ahead and pass him off and tag. Now you the defender. It's
Yeah.
really you got to move your feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Slide your chest in front of the player, like all of that, bro. Like and when you watch it, you can
Yeah.
tell, like man, the stamina, the endurance, and these people, because like you said, ain't nobody else. There ain't rarely you gonna get help defense.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, so
Yeah,
definitely,
man.
man,
That's,
y'all
that's
y'all young kids out there get into these 3-on-3 games more.
Yep.
Get into
And stop
these three on
playing
three
people you
tournaments.
already know. Go
Yeah,
out there and play people that are better than you or think they better than you or you think like. Come on, man. Y'all got to get out
right,
there and challenge yourselves because you play against people you don't know, whether it's travel league or
right,
school, whatever. Right?
right, right.
Get used to balling. Walk
Expand your
into a
game.
gym. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Who got next, man?
Expand your game, man.
You
That's what I
know?
tell my son all the time. Like, just go to different parts. Pick and don't go with your crew. Go that way. You get to learn, and then also you're teaching. Like I know when we go play, man, a lot of people be like, "Dude, do you coach?" I'm like, "Nah, man. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling if a young dude, 11-year-old, I pick him up and you playing 3-on-3 or whatever. I'm teaching them as I'm going. Like, hey, I see what you're doing. Do this, da 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 da. And then the parent that's there's like, hey, do you coach or who? It's like, nah, man. It's just we try to teach the wisdom because like once again I see 11-year-old out there, dude, handles man, got handles like already 11 years old. This dude had handles like Kyrie Irving, bro. I mean, that's saying a lot. Kyrie Irving got a string on the ball, but
Yeah, yeah.
but year old, bro, like he was shaking and baking, and even like putting like so my son is 6 foot plus out there, he playing varsity team travel, all that stuff, and he was not busting his ass, but he get him on moves, catching
Yeah.
stuff, do this, do that, right, and so I think my son is really great. And it's just, but that's what I said, but he just pound, dribble too much. So I was trying to tell him, I was like, bro, you don't need all of that. You don't need it. Like once you got him, you got him. And if you go to it faster, you don't need to. Because now everybody's sitting and watching, and if this was a regular game, coach is gonna pull you out. You got shot
Yep.
clock, and then you got the help defense that's gonna collapse the middle. So you got to kind of
Yep.
decide and make your decision faster. But anyway, that's getting off what we're here to talk about. But um, definitely, man, Big Three is something that the league has been missing. And you see these dudes coming out. Like I said, man, Lance Stevenson was making them dance again this weekend.
Hey, Miami
Uh,
305. They be that's the squad right there,
right.
boy. They on some
Yeah,
shit.
you had, it was some good basketball, man. I'm loving it, bro. Because before growing up, bro, once the league ended, it was
That was
a
it.
long
Season over,
season,
bro. It's a long, yeah,
long
yeah,
summer, bro. Like,
yeah.
there's nothing on TV. But now I said, man, I'm finding myself like, bro, yesterday I couldn't, bro, I had a full day of good sports. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I was like, bro, from W to, like I said, the All Star shit for the baseball. Then, some more W, and then the Summer League. And I'm like, bro, I even watched a couple tennis matches, bro. I watched the Wimbledon championship match where our cousin
Okay.
lost. Yeah,
Oh, you
so
can finish.
yeah, man. Like I said, I've been, hey, bro. Hey, this is a good time. Well, a good not good time. That's not even really proper to say, but or the right thing to say. What I mean, but it's just some good sports to watch out there. I don't know what it's time's
So,
about for everybody. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's some good. At least it can take you away. And, keep you interested, and it's engaging, good stuff to watch. It's not boring.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what else we got, my guy?
Man, we got so we'll flip over to college football
Mm-hmm.
real quick. Arch Manning, Texas.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, man.
he's now QB1.
Yep.
He made a splash at the SEC media days and all that good
Mm-hmm.
stuff, man. Kind of downplaying the hype. They're saying he's drawing comparisons to a Tim Tebow, but you know,
Okay.
but
I
yeah,
like what
I've
I
I've
saw.
heard
I like what I
good
saw.
things about Arch Manning. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he ain't no joke,
That's what I'm saying. I like what
no
I
joke.
saw, man. He's very,
Yeah,
very good at his reads. I'll say that.
yeah.
For him
I
to be
mean,
still in
but
college, but what would you expect?
yeah, exactly. Like he's getting, bro. He's come on.
You got three Hall of Famers over you, bro. And probably
Yeah,
even more than that. I don't know the
it
full lineage
it
of
would have
names,
been
but
four if it wasn't for the older brother getting sick. He had like not
okay.
sick, but he had like some
And
kind of disease or something that he had that stopped him from playing. But yeah,
okay.
he would have. It'd have been three of them
Before.
with four. I
Yeah.
mean, four Hall of
Yeah.
Famers, including Pops,
Yeah.
right? But
Pops,
yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying.
but
Exactly.
they brother, they oldest brother, man. I think if he wouldn't have got if he wouldn't have came down with whatever prevented him, oh yeah, he'd have been in the history books too, bro, because he was no
Right.
joke. Yeah, but I mean, you getting coached by all of them. Come on, bro. Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
And they were all quarterbacks. Like
Exactly.
that's unheard of,
Exactly.
bro. Like not to be funny,
Exactly.
but that's rare.
Daddy,
No,
two, all
yeah,
three sons were QBs. Like, bro, come on.
all
That's it.
quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
That's some different shit over there. And what's
Mm-hmm.
in that Louisiana? They in the, they Louisiana folks. So shit, don't know what's
Yep,
in them
yep.
bayous. They know
They do.
about shit.
It's that gumbo and that
Yeah, gumbo and
jambalaya.
jambalaya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down there with them Creole foods and all of that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
they don't let the skin fool you.
Yeah. Exactly. So since we with football, Sauce Gardner just
Hmm.
signed a massive ass eh, four
Oh yeah.
year 4 year 120.4 million extension with the
Yeah,
JDTS.
yeah.
Whatever's, you know, yeah, I don't really support the team because they're not the Broncos, but hey, he the highest paid cornerback, so
Hey,
in league
salute.
history, so I ain't mad at him for
Yeah,
that.
salute, and
Yeah, salute to
get
that.
that
Yeah.
bread, man. Stay healthy, stay healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. The Vikings
What's
are
the
getting a buzz. Supposed to be one of the uh I guess most well-rounded teams uh going in the mini training camp, but no one cares. But it was news. So, you know, it is what it is. Haven't heard much from the about the Chiefs. And Unc
well?
ain't here to defend his Raiders.
Well, the Chiefs will
Yeah.
go ahead. They don't need to move much around. So as long as they keep, Kermit over there, he's good. So
Kermit Mahomes reporting live from KC. From KC mode.
I know.
Man,
I
I
can
couldn't
say this,
stand when they
man.
won.
I know this though. The Niners and we always got something. Just when last week we were talking about, I thought we was in a good spot. But we got Jennings now, man. This dude blowing up the scene, man. He's in his final year. He wants to go ahead and get a deal, an extension, or he's asking for a trade. Sound familiar?
Oh shit.
Sound
Yeah.
familiar? I mean, LeBron, bro, LeBron's doing. He's affecting everything. Cause I don't know what's going on, but I know. Um, I mean, his stats, bro. I mean, he got what 77 catches, about what a little bit under 1,000 yards, like 970, 970, 980, somewhere around there. Six touchdowns
Those aren't
last year.
trade negotiating numbers though.
Numbers, right?
For
Right.
to want the money, you gotta put up. You gotta be, if you a receiver, you gotta be over 1,000, bro. You gotta be putting up
Right.
over 1,000, 1,100,
And that
1,200. You know what I'm saying?
and on top of that, bro, guess what? This is why we had Ayuk out. So you were being targeted even more, bro. You know what I mean? So the numbers should have
Yeah.
been
Do
up a
you
little
really
bit
want
more,
that
man.
smoke that come with that more money? Because the more money, the
Right.
more smoke is gonna come with it. Because the defense know you getting paid. Oh, you
Right.
think you oh you, oh you
Right.
think you that good? Okay, come to
Right.
town and see what's happening. It's gotta that's not um those aren't numbers to make demands with
Right.
when it comes to business, right? I mean, you're not giving the output. I can't give you that raise because the output ain't there.
Right. Still questionable. Still
Yeah, it's still
questionable.
questionable.
I
Yeah,
mean, even though now we do have more I'll say you could probably receive more taxes going into this next year. It does probably put you in a different eye bracket as far as optics and the coaches and how they use you. My only question is this: is we're saying no to trading them, so that means then we gotta offer them a deal. So we're already coming out and telling them no to trade offers. That only leaves one other option. Now, yes, we
yeah.
can
Then
play
just
out this final year, but then the option of us losing them to nothing is a possibility too. Just like you know the previously stated Lebron Lakers. That's always something in the back of your mind to say, hey, I'm gonna at the end of this year, we have a possibility of losing them to nothing. Because right now we could trade him and use just like that's what I said. Do you think he's gonna stay in the year? Same thing with this situation
yeah,
with James. Like
yeah,
I don't know like what that looks like. I know in our rookies what we got our depth rookie we got Ricky Purcell, Jordan Watkins, um, and of course some veterans or whatever. So we got to kind of look at that as a whole nation. I think that's why they're looking and saying like, damn, bro, we don't want to trade him, but I don't know if we want to go ahead and extend him right now either. So we
yeah,
have to play. I'd probably say give him 6, 7 games into the season and then talk about it. Revisit it.
yeah.
But where's his mind in it? That's another thing. Like that's we always got to kind
Yeah.
of deal with that, man. These players are very, very sensitive with all of this testosterone that runs through their body, man. You know,
Hmm.
it's kind of like, oh, I feel this way. Oh, I feel this way. Stop what you're feeling, man. You came here to play a sport. This is what it's doing. You don't like where you're at. Play harder. Raise your you know what I'm saying? Raise your value. Whatever it is, man. Go talk to the staff, and I'm sure they can tell you what you need to do to get that. Because if they ain't hit you with it, there's got to be a reason. That's what I never understand, right? Like these contracts. If there's a reason why, if you ain't got it yet, there's a reason. Just go talk to your agent if you got one, however you represent it, and get up to that front office. Y'all need to
Yeah.
have some communication instead of going through social media and all these lives and posts and letting the world run with the narrative. Just go talk to them.
Yeah.
Find out what's keeping you from getting that
Find out what's
extension.
going on. Yeah.
Right. Maybe you get in. Maybe they'll give you the upper hand and understanding of where they're at with it and what they're trying to do. Now that's a whole different conversation if you agree with it or not. But at least you got
Hey,
more
you got to
clarification.
conduct business, right?
Right. Right.
I mean, because you as a player, you're a, you're a not a commodity, but yeah, you're like a,
Oh yeah, you're very much
you're,
of
you're a
a commodity.
commodity. You are a product, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are a
Yep.
product, and you have to represent yourself sometimes as the product, which is your performance and everything else. But you also have to know how to negotiate for your product and for the
Right.
benefits, of your product being put to work, right? So it's like,
Right.
man,
Right.
you can't go whining and crying on social media about shit. It's not business like when does like even with the dude that's the commander in chief or shit, whatever he is, like all these tweets and Twitters and man, fuck is going on, bro? That shit is. unnecessary. Like fucking kids, you motherfuckers just arguing and shit with other countries and just talking shit on the internet. I don't get it. Like that's not like, come on. There's a time and place for everything, right? But damn,
Right. Right.
you know,
Yeah.
like stop
I
crying
agree,
about
bro.
shit. Go sit your ass down and make that. Like, that's again when we was talking about music the other day, right? When you don't know the business side, man, when you don't know the business and realize that it business, no matter how much fun you having, it's still business.
I'm gonna ask you a question because I know you got family members and you're connected with individuals that are taking leaps beyond just playing on a high school level. Do you think a lot of this rhetoric that comes from the way they think about their contracts and stuff is just because they weren't properly informed, educated, and with their support around them? It has to deal with that, or does it really come down to a situation that that player is in, and they just need to be either, hey, I need this, like we hear about it in these 30 for 30s years after a student or an athlete has played, like, oh, he was taking care of his brother and his sister. He was taking care of his mother, father, and they all had ailments. And some people took bad deals or pressed an issue because it's like, dude, I have to. Like, I have no other choice. I don't want to. It's just I have to. Do you think it's one or the other?
Shit, it could be a little bit of both.
Right,
I mean,
right.
because you do have those families that are like, okay, you made it, you owe us, and we all need it. Cousin Johnny been going through it, and so is this, and and now you taking on everybody's responsibility because you got some paper, but don't nobody know how long that paper gonna last. They're not looking
Right.
at that, so you get pressured. Yeah, I think some of it is pressure like that, and some of it is not, and it also has to do with not being educated and
Right.
having some financial literacy courses, talking to people who make big money and what to do with it. Like, you know what I mean?
That's exactly what I was about to say. I
You
think
got
they
to
need to
find
start
like a
looking into these
mentor or
testimonies.
somebody
Right,
that can
right.
guide you, because you can't be a rich dude listening to a bunch of broke people, man. That's not going to, you know what I mean? That's not really
You
how
know who
you,
has a good story that he tells about that is Cam Newton, bro. Cam Newton has a very good story that he tells about when it clicks that it's like, hey, these people aren't here for my best interest. They're here for
yeah,
what I could do for them. And then you got the other
yeah,
side, like you said, where it's the people that have to do it because it's Scottie Pippen. I took the bad contract because, bro, who was gonna take care of my mom, my brother, like the older brothers, I think it was, or whoever was in the family, who he's like, I have to pay for all. They can't get around. I have to pay for everything. They have ailments that they need, like assistance 100% of the day.
yeah,
So
yeah,
he took a bad contract because why? He was like, the money I need now. I don't give a fuck about that. I'll worry about that. And so that's why I would say it's like some of these people come from situations, bro, that it's not just the family that's telling them, but it's like they're
yeah.
doing it because they know that I can help. This is the way
I
I can
can
help
help
my
get us
family.
out of this situation.
Right. And I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
whatever, I'll deal with it right now or force a
yeah,
hand to deal with it because that needs it right now. We've been waiting.
yeah.
I've been
So
waiting
see
for it.
that
I
those
needed it.
and those people can't complain at the end of it
Hmm.
either, though.
Right,
They
right.
really can't.
And
They
you
can't
really
be
don't hear
mad.
much of them,
Yeah, you
right?
just yeah, you don't hear, yeah, because you did what you had to do.
Right.
Shit. And that's and I get that. I don't look I don't feel no way about it. You know what I mean? You do what you have to do
Right,
sometimes
right.
because of the pressures that are on you, and
Hmm.
sometimes that shit is not.
Right.
You,
Yeah,
you,
once again, this show just highlights a lot of the stuff that the locker room or the conversations that will happen that we don't get to see. Once again, the game comes on, you getting your popcorn, your nachos, your steak and fries, whatever it is, man. You sit down and you ready to just enjoy with your jersey on and root your team. There's just a lot that goes into it that sometimes you don't see. Like we heard them talk about it. Kevin Durant and all of those individuals that was clowning Michael Jordan for going to baseball and saying basically it was too tough. Everybody in the world knew why he left when his pops got murdered. Everybody knew
Yeah,
that, bro. So for them to go on and utilize that and try to spin a narrative, and that's what I mean. So some of the things are the reasons why people choose what they do or directions, we can sit back and be like, what? Man, da, da, da. But
yeah,
we don't know the underlying behind it, man. We don't know exactly what's really perplexing that situation to say, hey, man, I need to get out of Toronto because I need to be closer to my peoples that's in Miami. Well, why would you leave a good team for a team over there? That is for me to explain to you. I just need to get it done. And then it gets
yeah,
what spun like, oh, so and so is asking for a trade out of, you know what I mean? So we give them some type of cushion there
yeah,
as well. But we all know who's the complainers. We know the ones that are. You've been in the league, everything is plush or at least good to go because you ain't never brought up an ailment from your family and you still complaining.
yeah,
Those are the ones that's like, come
yeah.
on,
That's
bro,
that
you're feeling
bullshit.
yourself too much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, I want to plug something real quick. Rarely do we do this, but it is sports related. I want to plug something since we're talking about NFL, man. I know I sent you we always send back and forth information on what we watch, and what I thought was very interesting was the Quincy Avery effect documentary.
yeah. I
That,
haven't peeped it
bro,
yet.
that, man, like I stumbled across it, never heard of the dude. This was one of the late nights after, putting something in the air, and I didn't want to, get to working on no music or none of that shit. When you watch something, just relax. I selected this, bro, and this documentary blew me away, man. Definitely, I advise everybody, if you're into sports, that is, especially if you're into football, go check it out. Y'all probably already know who Quincy Avery is, but he's been basically a consultant, a quarterback individual that basically trains quarterbacks, and it was due to what's my man Jalen Hurts, him, and there was his first client, and the way he goes about it now, he's sought after, bro. He was living out his car, he didn't know what he was gonna do. So just the whole story, bro. So shout out to him, his family, the support, and everybody. I know the people that he's got into the leagues, and he's helped get into colleges and scholarships and change the direction and the path of especially for black quarterbacks. So,
Yep.
like what you just said, you got to find somebody that can understand, relate, and guide you and give you the ropes and keep you within the guidelines. And that's exactly what that man does. And everybody talks about him and speaks to him like that's how they talk to him and speak to him about. It's not, it's more or less like the teachings, the stuff, the tools that he's provided. So, y'all go check that out, man. Quincy Avery Effect.
Yeah. So
All right. What else, man?
the world of wrestling entertainment.
Mm,
Over this past weekend, if you're a wrestling fan or somewhat kind of whatever, uh, they brought back recently Saturday night main events, which if you was a kid in the '80s and shit, those was like Saturday. That was like the best thing ever to see that. That was closest thing you was getting to a pay per
hell
view kind of
yeah.
before the
Can you imagine?
WrestleManias, right?
Yep.
So they brought that back. Um, Goldberg, who everyone knows as a Hall of Famer, legend, all that shit. He had his final
Mm-hmm.
match that night. Didn't get his hand rose in victory, but I mean, he put on a good. It was a good show. I do think they did him a little dirty because during his speech they just went off air, and it was like y'all could have just stayed on and let that man get his shit out. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he was he was a little irked by it. He was like, y'all wouldn't have done that to Taker, the Undertaker,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I'm like, yeah, you probably wouldn't have. But then again, they were on Peacock. I don't know. We
Right.
don't know. You know what I mean? Really don't
That
know,
part.
right?
That part.
So, but I figured they were gonna let him finish what he was gonna say because I was like, damn, y'all just cut it off. Like, motherfucker was still talking mid sentence.
Right.
Your show has now ended. Man, damn.
What the hell?
They did that to him,
Right.
but it is what it is. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
the and Seth Rollins, I guess he's suffered a knee injury during a match. Like they literally had brought like staff out, check on him, and he couldn't perform. They kind of just quickly ended the match. Like he told the ref, like, "Okay, I'm gonna get up. We gonna end it," because he wasn't like he didn't want to leave. He didn't want to. I guess he didn't want to end the match with him just like being carted off type of shit. So he got up. Dude knew the assignment, his competitor, and they finished it up. He knew the assignment. Boom,
Right,
bam.
right.
Ended that bitch and went on and let him go about his business, which was that's
That's what's up.
professionalism in their sport, in their industry.
Right, right.
So, and then Sunday they had Evolution, which is an all
Mhm.
female pay per view, and it didn't disappoint. The ladies put on a show,
Right.
like they really got down. And the last probably like I say like the last 8 years, they've been kicking the dudes' asses, bro. There's some very
Right.
talented female wrestlers out there. Naomi, who's a veteran, she cashed in her money in the bank, you know, in the middle of a nice match, which was after she had got her ass whooped too. Earlier that night, she came down, cashed in, and give props to her because I remember when she was a like a dancer, bro. She came out there with pom
Oh,
poms,
okay.
a funkadelic, a funkadactyl, some shit they was calling her. She came out with this other dude, and then her and this other girl was like his backup dancers, and I was like, why they don't let her wrestle? Like, what I'm saying? You could tell she was athletic and shit. So I was like, why don't let her?
Right.
Why the fuck is you dancing and shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then here we go, 15 years later, she's holding the title for the third time. Which is
Good shit.
good for the women's sport, man. They letting
Yeah.
girls know it's okay to be cute and tough, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You go out there and kick ass and do what you do. But you ain't hitting
Yep.
me with a chair though. I don't give a fuck. I ain't backflipping
Not
on the
all of
table,
that.
bro. No. Nah. And then you want me to come and then I gotta get up, get on the plane and tomorrow do the same thing.
Right.
Fuck that. Salute to
I'm
them.
good.
You can call it
Yeah.
what you want. I call it some tough motherfuckers. There was some solid ass people right there. They athletes, bro. They're warriors because they do it night in and night out. Like that's crazy.
Right.
That's
Right.
crazy.
You gotta respect that, man, because it's
You gotta
definitely
respect.
something
Yeah,
that you have to. That's that whole thing about repetition and practice and repetition and practice because you gotta learn how to fall. You gotta learn how to take the hit. You gotta learn how to do a lot of things, man.
yeah,
The
man.
slightest thing, timing, or anything that's off can lead to a career-ending injury, if not even more. So,
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
salute to the things that
yeah.
they
Salute
go
to
through.
them.
I'm glad they
Salute to
brought that
the
shit back, bro. Because,
yeah,
like I said, Saturday Night Live. I mean, Saturday Night Advance. All of them, man. That was the shit, bro.
yeah, man.
The
They
shit. Like
even
you said,
they
outside
even
of
got
any pay
Jesse
per
the Body
views.
Ventura helping host. He doesn't do
Okay.
ringside commentary, but he's a host. So
Hmm.
yeah, they
Right,
even
right.
got
He
him
gets the
back.
color
Yeah.
commentary.
Yeah, color commentary. Yep, yep. So yeah, they
That's
doing
dope.
their thing, man, over there. And there's a show called what is it called? LFG. I think it's Legends and Future Greats. It comes on A&E, and it's a WWE show that you got like the Undertaker and his wife and some Booker T and a bunch of Hall of Famers
Okay.
that are selecting
Right.
these teams. It's like a competition deal. And then my son was telling me, shout out to my boy D, that one of his partners that he know that went to Vaca High out there in Vacaville is on the show. And he showed me who he was. I looked him up and yeah, it was a young dude. He was a wrestler, in high school, and now he's out there. I don't know how far he's going in the competition because I haven't watched that show, but shit,
Right.
hats off to him for even for getting there, making it, and getting that attention. Right? I seen his
That
little
part.
Instagram. I see a couple of posts. I think he's still doing it, but yeah, I was like, shit,
Okay.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Right.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
can't complain, man. Keep going. Keep going. That's for sure.
yeah. Oh, check this out. There was in MMA news. There was
Hmm.
footage that shows the PFL champion
Uh huh.
uh Timur, don't ask me to say that last name because it's crazy. It showed him surviving a sneak attack in Dagestan where he was shot 5 times with rubber bullets. They're saying he's in stable condition, but damn, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah, man, speedy recovery to him, man. If you don't know, the rubber bullets ain't the rubber
mm-hmm.
you think they are coming out of a projectile. Like, is man, they'll open you up, bro. They will open you up.
Hopefully
Yep.
everything goes
So
good. He
hopefully,
recovers as well, man. Shit,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's crazy, man. Shit. Speaking about things, man. Let's go into some boxing real quick, man. You know, I know you heard about Devontae Davis getting arrested again, right, on his little domestic whatever charges and
Yeah.
violence and whatever the case may be. But yeah, now he's the fight's supposed to be canceled now. So, man, bro, he need to get a good team around him or something. I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
with my guy.
something's I don't know what's going on when you constantly getting in trouble for the same shit. Like who are your people
Who the
around you
people
that
for
ain't
one?
set you down and said, "Hey, folks, you fucking up the bag." Not
Yep.
just for yourself, but the whole team, right? Because he has a whole team that
Yeah.
count on him to do what he do, right?
Yeah.
Or they not employed,
Right.
so shit.
Right.
You fucking up the bag for
Right.
everybody with your bullshit. You got a
Everybody.
driver, homie. I mean, the domestic shit, you need to just, I think, go to the ring. Go get you a sparring partner, motherfucker. You that mad that you got to put your
Right.
hands on somebody who don't box. You know what I'm saying? Unless you boxing boys and you domestically beating on dudes, then that's a different story, I guess. But that shit is dumb.
Yeah, man. And
Like,
when you
go
really
go get some
dig into
counseling.
and that's that's just part of it.
And
When
that's not.
you really get into
No, go ahead.
oh no, I'm just saying when you really get into the gist of what he's having an issue with, bro, it's like just like, bro, you can't. Like, I get why you're a boxer because most boxers have a problem with fighting and controlling them. And that's where they get into it and they get them a little, they do all of
Yeah,
that stuff, right? But, man, bro, like, use your words, man. Speak to people, communicate. Like, you can't have a difference with a boxer without getting slapped around. Like, I get it. You're trained to do this. But, like, man, I'm trained to pop you. How about that? Right? So, that doesn't
yeah,
make it
like
right for every dude that's a sniper to go around popping people when they don't like something, right?
exactly. That's what I do,
So
though. That's how I control
that's
it.
just what I do. Yeah,
That's what I
man, you
do,
gotta
though.
learn how to control it, bro. Smoke something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like medicate,
Yeah,
elevate.
man, you need to medicate, bro. I tell y'all, medicate and alleviate all that bullshit. Just
Yeah,
telling you, you
right,
gotta
man. It's just
like,
because all of this spun out of all of this whole situation. Not even just the backdrop, but the conversation with this girl about him having issues with the sexuality of his child. So that wants you to put hands on somebody, like to the like you guys can't figure something out better than that. But anyway, that's not even for me. I'm not a therapist. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I man, look into my past. Who am I to speak? But I learned from my mistakes. I you know what I'm saying? I definitely in a more mature mindset to speak on something of this nature where it's like, bro, you're come on, man, you can do better, bro. This is what this is what they perpetuate in all black athletes. It doesn't matter what sport
yeah,
you're in, and then you're in
yep.
boxing on top of that. Like, gosh, like man, that doesn't even
I can
that
hear all the
almost sounds
stereotypical
cliche.
bullshit that comes with
Right,
that.
right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right. I mean,
And
and
it's
this is
like,
not the first time. That's
but
another
I
thing.
thought
If you
boxing was a
learn, like, then you
gentleman's
have a
sport,
situation
right?
back in like
Back in the day, I thought like
that,
boxing was a gentleman's sport.
right.
Like
It was. You're
other
right.
than
You're right.
inside the ring, you were a distinguished gentleman
Gentlemen,
who just
you are
happened to
correct.
be good with them paws, right?
Yeah,
Good enough to
yeah.
where you could step into a ring of combat and prove that. But
Or
outside of the
sometimes not
ring,
even a
you
ring.
carried yourself accordingly.
Right.
I mean, but
Sometimes it even wasn't a ring. It was just the streets.
Well, yeah,
New
that's
York.
but still,
I mean, even I'm
but
just
but
saying
there
though,
was
like
rules to
that, it
that
all
too.
originated. That's what I'm saying. But they were still distinguished. There was rules to it. It was like, okay, we're gonna handle this like this, and then when it was over, it was done. It was done. But
Handshake, better
this
man
is a
got
little
it.
bit this is a little bit different because this has to do with somebody who's not even in the sport of boxing. So you got two
Yeah, I
competitors and
get that.
something goes
Yeah,
out of
that's what
way.
makes it worse.
That's different. That's exactly. It's like, come on, man.
Makes it worse
This is a
because once
you're
again, your character is involved
your
now. Now your
mother's of your
character.
child.
Yeah, what, bro? The baby
Morals,
didn't ask to
character,
be here.
ethics.
It's a blessing. Deal with it.
Right, right.
Deal with it.
I mean,
I'm.
listen to this.
I mean,
Listen to this though. Does this change your mind? And anybody watching on this on the replay, y'all can put in one in the comments, two, one for yes, two for no. Just think about this. There's been reports that shows that they have approximately 10 undocumented physical altercations turning into two of them.
so he liked doing
Bro,
this.
10? And she
He
likes
liked
it.
doing this, and she okay
And
with it
she
too
likes it.
because she's being told,
Right,
"Girl, stick it out. That's how he love you," and yada yada. She probably hearing some bullshit.
right.
He probably ain't hearing no real shit. Neither one of them is hearing anything really worth being spoke. Because you listening to dumb motherfuckers is in your ear telling you to deal with it. You ain't because you worried about how you gonna make it. But he keep hitting me. But I don't have nothing. I'm missing. Yeah, well, shit. You just want to keep getting your ass beat to be comfortable while
Or the
you
other
healing
side of
up.
that is
Uh,
or the other side to that is too is that they antagonize. Like
yeah,
they are there to antagonize the situation. So that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Either she likes getting it or she likes antagonizing it to portray that she's a victim. I'm not
yeah,
saying one or the other. I'm just
yeah.
saying that goes. If you got more than 10 undocumented incidences, or approximately 10, whatever,
Somebody,
however you
and
want to
yeah,
take it,
there's something
both of y'all don't hit
it's
each
both of
other.
y'all. Yeah, it's some shit going
It
on
ain't
from
one
both of
person.
y'all.
It ain't one
Yeah,
person,
it's
bro.
both of y'all.
Cause,
Y'all need
Cause
to be.
you couldn't cuss me out 10 times and me still be a partner of this show, bro. Like if you cuss me out 10 times and I was like, hey, bro, like what the fuck? You coming at me sideways? I'll be like, bro, I'm cool. 10 times, man, I'm good. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, just think
yeah,
about that. You couldn't piss on me 10 times. You couldn't slap food out of my plate 10 times. You couldn't knock water out of my cup 10 times. You couldn't misplace my toothbrush 10 times. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, there's got to be a point where she is
yeah,
habitually okay with this. Whatever it
yeah,
is that takes place, or
yeah,
she has a partake. Is it five on him and five on her?
yeah. It could be. Hey, it could be 7-3, 4-6.
Right, right.
You know
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean? We
saying.
don't
It's,
know,
it's
but
not
it's
just
both of
10
y'all.
on one
We,
person. Yeah, it's not 10
we
on
know
just
at
one
the end of the
person, is
day,
what I'm
it's
saying.
both of them, bro.
Right,
You have to look at it as okay. Is she starting it? She already
right.
know how he is, right? Is this the only way? Like even like a child, right? Some children will do mischievous shit to get attention because they
Attention.
think that's the way to get that love
Right.
until they're
And
broken and
some would
taught
say,
differently.
a boxer, 9 times out of 10 really needs some affection and love, right? Like Tyson,
Yeah.
Holyfield.
They
A lot
need
of these
yeah,
people say that they have this built up aggression, bro, and they take it out
yeah,
on opponents in the ring. So there's some underlying situations that definitely need to be looked at. Um,
yeah.
Prayers and
They don't need
positive
to be
energy goes
together.
out to both of y'all. Because the last thing
Yeah.
we want to do is look it up and say, "Oh my God, look at now it took a turn." And I try to explain that these are red flags for what comes next is crimes of passion. Crimes of passion don't have no rhyme or reason, bro, and this is giving you one.
Yep.
So take heed,
Yep.
right? Take heed because a lot of times the
Yep.
crime of passion, what do you hear? Oh, he was the best, and all of a sudden he just, well, this is telling you it ain't the best, and it ain't just happening. So if you keep
Yep.
staying in these situations, guy or girl, because it could be either, right? I
Yep.
mean, you could be dating a female boxer, and you're just a regular dude, and guess what? It'd be the roles reversed. We still having the same conversation, same billion
Exactly
arguments.
the
Like, hey,
same.
bro, you gonna let it right? You gonna let it keep happening? Like
Yeah.
at some point, somebody got to do something. And unfortunately, there is children involved. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not trained for none of that shit. But I'm just telling you one thing: as a parent and a father, bro, they're absorbing and seeing, and that's affecting
They
them
see
in
all of
every possible way that
it.
you don't really take into perspective.
They see
Dragging them in
all
and out of cars. You know, when you read the report, it's like, we keep the kids out of it. Keep the kids out of it. Now, if
Yep.
it's something that you got to step into to defend the child, that's
That's
different. We're not going to get into that. That's unfiltered combos type stuff. But because it's dealing with a boxer, man, prayers to you, best blessings, positive energy to you guys. Get the help
yeah.
that you guys need. There's a child involved. Separated so that way you guys can still both raise the child, or if you guys stay together, at least get the help so that way this bullshit and malarkey stops. And he
Yep.
can get back to fighting. Now you
Yeah,
got to
get back to
now you
fighting.
messing with his bag. Now you got a fight he got to cancel. That's messing with that bag, and it just keeps
Yeah,
rolling. It's something 9 out of 10. What if his
you done
corner
messed
guy's
up a
like,
whole
"You're
lot of
good."
everybody bag with the canceling of the fight, man. Secure from
That
from
part.
the people cleaning up, setting up, breaking down. Everybody, bro. Everybody losing some bread because they cancel. You know
Everybody.
what I mean?
As soon as
And
they
now they gotta.
sign that, everybody got a job. As soon as they
Yeah,
sign that, everybody's like, "Yeah, we know we got to do till the fight is over, or whatever." They have a whole team,
exactly,
maybe some staff.
exactly.
Whether it's merchandising being done, look at all the
Yeah,
merch that that they
everything,
just
bro.
lost
Now that
out on.
stops. That halts all the shirts and whatever being.
Yeah,
That's lost product as well.
stickers.
Who gonna recoup that
The
shit? The promoters
right
is
now they're trying
pissed.
to find out.
Like
Yeah,
you
now
fucking with
right
everybody. Ticket
right
sales.
now they're scrambling to try to fill that damn card
Yeah.
because it's already
Yeah.
paid. That time slot
That
is already
venue and
locked.
shit. Yeah.
So they gotta fill it. They can't just be like, okay, because you ain't fighting, fuck the whole event. Nah,
Yeah. Now they
it ain't
gotta
happening.
find something
Now they
worthy
gotta find
enough to.
suitable. Yep,
Yeah.
yeah. And
That's
these are the
man. That's
things, man. So
you
all
complicate,
because
and
of
then all because of you can't control your emotions.
that's it, man. That's it. And once
Yeah.
again, I'm not saying what's right. We're not saying what's wrong. We're not judging. All I can do is put it
Nah.
out there so if somebody else is in a situation or what D and I are speaking on, that maybe this could help you think about it and not do that. Maybe
Nah.
think about it and be like, hey, you know what? I never thought of it from that aspect. Maybe I'm just trapped up into it. And you see it time and time again. Because when you're dealing with somebody and their eyes are blank, that ain't the time. You got to deal with them when they're calm, when they're collected. Hey, you know what? This instead of enjoying all of the facets that come with it, great times. Hey, bro, that's the time you got to kind of like, hey, let's have this easy conversation.
Yep. Yep. Yeah,
If you
man.
care about the man or the woman.
Yeah, exactly. Or the woman or other person, whatever it is.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, man. Looks like another one.
Uh, looks like another
We
one,
got
bro. We doing it. We
yeah,
doing it, man. And
yeah,
salute to you once again. I know, shit. I'm gonna do it here on the air, man. We've been trucking through this water, the ag stuff. We behind the scenes, we're trying to change up, do this, and not for anybody, but for ourselves and what we realize when we go back and look at it. So salute on that, man. I'm loving the sports talk Wednesdays.
yes,
More
sir.
people, man. If you guys got anything, drop it in, comments,
Drop it
check us
in.
out. Yeah,
Pull up.
dude,
I
do all
noticed
that.
somebody lunch break. But bullshit.
Yeah. Don't be scared. Don't be scared,
Don't
man.
be
You know what I'm saying?
scared.
I know we talk what we talk, but you know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of people, we have good conversations, and I wish they can go more on the live and just behind, closed doors or on the phone. But definitely, man. Don't forget, once again, I'm going to plug us. As always, things of that nature. You owe it to yourself to stay tapped into the game and everything that we got. Unfiltered combos,
Yeah.
stone not stupid, putting something good in your belly, the session, you know what I'm saying, what's in your playlist. And also, don't forget, the strain of the
Strain of
day.
the day.
Yeah, put it over
Yeah.
20 pieces,
That was what was I smoking on? Oh, I think that was
right?
some shit. I think that might have been some lemon cherry gelato.
Oh, that's crazy, bro. I was just skipped over the lemon cherry gelato the other day. I was gonna grab some, but I was like, you know what? Let me try this instead. And I went and got some blue dreams. So,
The blue that's
yeah,
my hey, that's
I
my
know,
that's my
I know.
favorite. That right there.
I gotta
Blue
go.
Dream was one of the
Right after we get off of here, my God, I'm gonna be blue dreaming, all right.
yeah, that's the
So,
go to right there. That's a man.
Yes, sir, man.
Yep.
Well, shit, man. Another one bites the dust.
You know
owe
it.
it to yourselves, man. You owe it to yourselves.
Always, y'all.
Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You got it for you here. Tap in. Doc Madness and Dose. I'm pass it on over to my guy. I'm out.
Man, Left Coast Kings, Cowboys be the chef most of the time. Chef D, thing, Uno. Love somebody, especially yourself. Shit, you know.
Yep. Person in the
We
mirror.
out.
Start there.
Yeah. Just don't break that motherfucker.
Things of that nature. Things of that nature.